Cadet Sniper provides the finest to you guys. Charge 3 is good corn squeezing. These squeezes remind us of our earliest American heritage, our heritage of citizen soldiers who served honorably and well at a moment's notice, and are a tribute to our contemporary allies and the reserve components. Charge 4, Quality Scotch by Arizona Sweet Tea, represents our Ariana police forces, our noble allies with whom we have fought many battles and with whom we guard a trophy of today.
No, give one up.
All right, there's just two things I got. Commissioner's Vice point of order. Let me defend and state your point. Let the force of coast. My bad. Let's get like 2 or 3 more good ones, and I'll give you guys a to-go cup.
I present to you Ambassador Rawson.
Thank you for inviting me here, members of this battalion, to speak on leadership. Mrs. Rawson and I were both really honored to be here tonight. It's probably the biggest honor I've ever had. I want to thank in particular Colonel Edelman and the battalion cadre and all of their predecessors over the last 4 years for instructing you in the military arts and doing it very well, as is obvious tonight, even amid all this comedy. And about all this comedy, it's been enjoyable. My talk is a little bit more serious. I hope that people will put up with that. But I do think it's important to talk a little bit and reflect a little bit about leadership that you've been learning about, that you're learning about now, and especially for the seniors who are on the brink of commissioning and will be going off for some very important responsibilities. It's a good time to reflect on leadership, to consider a few examples. Soon enough, it'll be your turn to be putting these leadership principles into practice. And in some ways, I think it will, and it should be easy, but in the real world, the challenges you'll face will sometimes be not very clear and less clear than you might hope to be the case. That's why it's good to remember when you're in such situations that you need to hold on to some basic principles so that when you're faced with a specific hard challenge and you oftentimes have very little time to think about what to do, you'll have some framework to guide your actions that'll help you make the right decisions. Talk first about the Army's core values, and I was communicating a little bit with Major Ferguson, and I was happy to see that I hit upon the same core values that you've heard about at least 100 times, he told me, over the last 4 years, those of you who are seniors, which are, of course, loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage and deep leadership. The Navy, the Marines, the Air Force, they all have substantially the same values. Integrity almost always comes first. Commitment, excellence in everything that they do features in their codes.
Dear God, as we conclude this evening, we thank you for a great dining out for the Demon Deacon Battalion. And dear God, as we go forth with our task of completing this semester, we ask your blessings upon each and every one of us, dear God, and especially our students, dear God, as they prepare for the exams. We ask your blessings that you keep their minds open. Dear God, let them retain those lessons that they have learned and be able to regurgitate those things as you would see fit. Dear God, we ask your blessings upon our future leaders, and we ask that you bless this armed forces, and we ask your blessings upon the United States of America. Amen. Amen.
Mr. President, this dining out has been a disastrous success and has been properly enjoyed by all in attendance. I request permission to close the mess, begin the informal portion of the evening. Adjourn the mess. Cool. Yeah, I wasn't that. 3 o'clock.